Welcome to Spanish Fork. We're here to see the Warriors and the Desert Hills play. This is our second broadcast for the Lacrosse. Today's game is brought to you by our sponsors, MVP Sports and the Car Guys. We're right now at the ALA Eagles home field. That's where the Spanish Fork Warriors play. For our MVP Sports, they're located at the address 72 North Main. That's just off Center Street in Baldwin Park. They have quite a good selection of sports apparel as well as items that you need to play. We also would like to say thank you to the Car Guys for being a sponsor. They've been in Spanish Fork for quite a while, and I'll give you some details about them in a few minutes. Our Spanish Fork Warriors, where JVs will be playing. The varsity just finished. I believe the score was 17-1. And in talking to the parents, a couple of the parents, the Desert Hills team, they don't have quite enough players to field two teams, JV and varsity. So their team that played the 9 o'clock game and just finished, they get to play again against the JV team. The coaches, the coach for the Spanish Fork JV is Dallin Kimber. You may not recognize the name, but if he were speaking, you'd recognize him. He did the game with me last time, and I really appreciated his input. I've only been able to do one game for you folks at home, and I don't know the players, but I have a roster in front of me, so we're going to do the best that we can and hope that you really enjoy the game today. When we have our lineups, we're not sure what players are going to be taking the field, but I was commenting to one of the technicians, the Spanish Fork team, if I were the coach, I would field my second string, if you could call it that. I really don't think they have a second string in lacrosse because just about everybody gets to play. But see how the game goes for a few minutes before I put my strongest players out there. Desert Hills really played well. They just didn't quite match up against the Spanish Fork Warriors. Their goalie did a terrific job in the goal. He stopped a lot of shots, even though Spanish Fork scored so many. And hopefully they're going to be able to make a game against the JV team for the Warriors. We'd like to mention now for the MVP player of the game, thank our sponsor, MVP Sports, for being the sponsor for the MVP player of the game. I'd like to tell you a little bit about MVP Sports. They, as well as having a good amount of apparel, they have convenient, easy silk screening services. I'm familiar with the silk screening. Our athletic teams that I've played on, we've used that quite a bit, and it's sure a lot better than the iron-on names and numbers that by halfway through the season are starting to peel. So drop in, see what you think about their silk screening service. It's available for the t-shirts, sweatshirts, caps, tote bags, duffel bags, the work attire. Doesn't have to be for sports, it could be for work attire. And they will help you do custom designs as well. For the Car Guys, they will be sponsoring our game as well. They're located north on Main Street in Spanish Fork, and they've been our sponsor for quite some time. Let me check here. I don't have it right here in front of me, but they've been sponsoring our sports games for quite some time, and they're really a terrific sponsor. The Car Guys have a good selection of cars. They may not have a car for everybody, but they do have an excellent selection of cars, good transportation, as well as nice, fine-looking cars. Stop in, have a look, and see if they've got something that you'd be interested in. Might also want to mention for you the Spanish Fork, that's SFCN 17. We are available on YouTube. For those of you that have to be away from home, if you have your computer with you, just go to www.youtube.com, Spanish Fork 17. That's the number 17. And then you can watch the live game and get in on all the action. You can contact your relatives who are out of state that have a nephew, a grandchild, just a brother or sister. Anybody that would be interested in the game can look us up on YouTube and watch the game live. If you happen to miss the game, you can go to SpanishFork.org and you can check our listing. We have listings of all the activities that we have been able to broadcast and catch up, watch it again. If you have a DVR, what I like to do is record the sports games, and thanks to Spanish Fork 17, they will broadcast the event more than once because people work at different times. And I can preview a game, look for something that I think I might improve in. It's also helpful for the boys that played in the game. They can watch the game on TV later and put what the coach said to do next game to heart and actually see what the coach is talking about because they're watching themselves live.
We broadcast online at sfcn.org, sfcn.org. So make sure you let your family and friends back home know that they can watch today's game.
Our public address announcer in the booth next to me is kind of loud, but I don't think the microphone's going to pick up everything he says. We don't have quite the crowd looking out the window at the spectators. Some of the people that live here locally that saw the first game have probably left to run up on doing their chores, and we can expect a pretty good game. They're on the field now. The referee and the Spanish Fork player are at midfield. We have, didn't see the number there.
And don't forget we have our concession stand going today.
The technicians were in here with a monitor trying to help because it keeps cutting out. And if I'm looking at it to get a number, it'll quit, but then comes right back. Okay, we're getting down, ready for the face-off. The referee has set the ball, and we have the game. Spanish Fork player falls down, but the ball bounces loose, and Spanish Fork picks it up, has possession, taking it down the field on the right side, passes up to the attacker, and the ball is dropped. Desert Hills picks the ball up, and they're bringing it up. He should pass the ball a lot quicker because he got it knocked away. It's one thing I noticed in the previous game. They weren't passing soon enough, and pretty soon you have a double and triple team come in at you, and you lose the ball. Okay, Spanish Fork takes a shot, and it went in there, and then we've got a goal. Spanish Fork gets the first goal. I think Desert Hill was setting up for their zone defense, and they left the attacker at the center wide open. He just got a clear shot, and it went right in the goal, the lower right-hand corner of the net. Face off. Now, one thing you notice that they start moving before the referee whistle. That's an optical illusion. The referee blows the whistle and then they move. Okay, we've got a loose ball. Spanish Fork comes up with it. It's going down the right side. As they come through, Warrior sets up a screen, but Desert Hills goes right by it. Pass goes behind the goal, and we've got a flag already in the game. The ball is knocked to the ground.
Desert Hills will sit for 1 minute with the slash penalty.
Okay, we have a man up, the Warrior advantage, while Desert Hills takes a 1 minute rest. Okay, referee will blow it into play, and it's in play. Passes out to the front. Okay, they'll pass the ball around looking for an open shot, and if the zone defense breaks down, they'll have man that's wide open. Right in front, he takes a shot.
Garrett Ward's shot goes wide.
He had the ball wide open for the shot. That's why he took it. He tried to shoot it low again. Here he goes again. Pass across to the right. And we've got a goal.
Goal by Ryan Wixom.
That zone defender on their left left his man wide open. I could probably give you a little better description on the replay, but the monitor is not going to be much help to me. The technicians will probably lose a little sleep over trying to fix this thing. Okay, we're in for the face-off. They're down. Now, you remember in the last game I explained, they set their cross sticks down opposite each other. Their body has to be all the way to the left. They can't be facing each other. The referee places the ball between the sticks. Nobody's touching the ball until he blows it. The players cannot move until he blows the whistle. Okay. Passes come around from behind. It goes back out to the front. Okay, their center man has come off. A substitute comes in. Okay, the pass is dropped, and Spanish Fork gets possession of the ball. Comes off the stick of the Desert Hills player. Okay, Desert Hills playing them a little close. Oh, he dropped the pass. Desert Hills comes up with the ball. They get through. So far, Desert Hills outrunning his defense, but he runs right into a crowd. Okay, Desert Hills sets up on the offense. They're passing the ball around in front. Okay, you see the Desert Hills players coming off and subbing already. They're probably going to be subbing quite regularly because of the game that they just played. Spanish Fork is substituting also. With that yellow flag that the referee just picked up, we have a Spanish Fork player sitting in the box. Desert Hills winds up, tries to take a shot, but he backs off. The ball comes out to the front. Passes across. Didn't get a good pass in, and he scores the ball. Hey, Desert Hill has one. It's 1-1. I apologize, folks, but without the replay available on the monitor, I don't get a number, and I can't tell you who did it. But the important thing is the game is tied 1-1. Another little thing about the face-off, as they're taking the face-off, when the referee sets the ball down and blows his whistle, they can push each other off of the ball, but they cannot touch the ball with their hand or any part, and just a goal that quick. I watched a game a week or so ago, and nobody saw it happen, but the TV camera was right on the face-off, and when the player took possession of the ball, he kind of squeaked the ball out of there. He stood on the stick of the opponent and went after the ball. If anybody had seen that, that's a penalty, a turnover. Spanish Fork comes up with the ball, and the Warriors try and go through. He gets around two men. He's taking it up the right side. He passes over to the wingman on the right, and he brings it back to the outside. Both teams are substituting liberally. It is a kind of warm day, and I'm sure they want to keep hydrated and not wear themselves out. That was a hard shot. Missed the goal, and Warrior backup went back and picked up the ball, brought it back into play, and it goes back right back out to the front. They're set up on a zone defense, even though they don't have a man in the penalty box. And it gives the Warriors a chance to come in a little closer for an open shot.
And Garrett Ward
Oops, he fell down.
taken down.
Ball's loose. Desert Hills pushes him off. The Warriors come up with the ball. The ball's knocked loose by Desert Hills. He finally gets the ball up to the attacker going down the right wing. That long stick held in front of him because slowing him up. Pass goes across the goal.
Pass, a turnover.
It's intercepted by Spanish Fork, and they take it up. The ball goes long on a bad pass,
Ball goes out of bounds.
and Desert Hills will take possession. Desert Hills is taking their time bringing the ball up. Spanish Fork's not pressing very hard. They're just waiting for them to pass the ball and intercept. Desert Hills player takes the ball and backs it off. If they take too long to bring it into that goal area, the referee will tell them that they've got to move the ball in the goal and keep it there. Okay, the two players behind the goal are passing it around. The ball comes down, takes a swipe with a stick to knock it loose.
Yeah, Desert Hills goal.
And I think we got a goal. That must have been a ricochet because I didn't see anybody in front of the net take a shot. Okay, I believe we have a 2-2 tie again. Desert Hills picks the ball up going down the left wing. He cuts back across the center. He's picked up and pass goes across to the right. And Warriors are pressing man to man, trying to stop the progress. You'll notice he's holding the cross stick up on the far side of his body away from the Warrior, and he does that so that he can't reach it with the stick. If he does hold the ball too far away from his body, that long stick advantage, he can knock it loose. So they'll generally hold the ball right shoulder height, parallel with the body. One of the rules of lacrosse are that you cannot hold the ball against your body in the netting. You have to have it free. Okay, Spanish Fork is pressing really hard, trying to force a bad pass. Ball comes around behind the net. As they take it around, had a player cut in front to open a space up, but nobody came in behind him. Okay, Desert Hills has scored. It's now 3-2. Looks like the strategy for Desert Hills is going to be to slow the game down. And so far it's working for them. In the two games I've seen the Warriors play, they play a fast game. Face-off is down, blows a whistle, and we're fighting for the ball. It comes back right to a Desert Hills player, but it's knocked loose. Spanish Fork has the ball.
Field picks up the face off the Warriors.
He comes in, throws the ball off to the right. It's picked up. The ball is knocked loose by the Desert Hills player.
Loose ball push, so it'll be Desert Hills ball.
Warriors are backing up. Desert Hills is bringing the ball in slow again. Across the field to the right. He comes forward. It's picked up. Tried to go around the man, but a double team came in and prevented that.
This board will sit for 30 seconds with a hold.
The referee crossed his hands, pulled it towards him. That's the holding signal. And the player is going to sit 30 seconds in the penalty box. Now they have a releasable foul where if Desert Hills does score in 5 seconds or 40 seconds, whatever it takes, the player comes out of the penalty area. If they have a non-releasable foul, and sometimes those can run for a minute or longer, even up to 3 minutes, player has to sit. He can't leave that penalty box until his time expires. "30 seconds are up, player's back on the field." Problem with playing a slow game, 30 seconds goes by pretty quick. Goalie takes possession. Okay, we have a long pass to the center, and the Warrior is coming straight in on the attack. He passes across, takes a shot, but it goes to the left side of the goal. It's brought back into play. When the player takes a shot, the backup attacker behind the goal, his two purposes, he kind of generates where the ball is going to go when it comes to him, looking for an open player. And if it's a shot and it goes out of bounds, closest man to the ball when it goes out of bounds on a shot, that team takes possession. So usually the attacking team has at least one player behind the goal so that they can keep possession after a shot that misses. They're running around, switch behind the goal. He keeps going around, passed in front, takes a shot. The goalie saves it. It's loose. Okay. Goalie has the ball. He'll run it up and release it. Goalie's coming way up. A ball at midfield coming on the left side. Ball is crossed over to the right. And we have a slow attack again. Sets up a screen and he shoots. Goes out. Desert Hills will retain possession.
Remember, we do not run the scoreboard clock under 2 minutes.
And we've got another goal. I think the Warriors coach is going to have to do a little adjusting on this slow attack. Okay, we've got 4-2. I really want to thank the people at the school here. They've washed the windows for me, and I can see out of both sides really well. That's a problem when it rains. Kind of messes up the glass. Okay, Desert Hills pushes the ball out, takes possession. It's knocked loose. Okay, Desert Hills will have the ball. They'll grab one, come back in. I mentioned last time that when the ball goes out of bounds, they don't chase that ball. They've got balls in the goal area scattered about every 10 yards. They just picked up the closest ball, step back on the field, and the referee whistles play on. Okay, they're coming in on a fast attack this time. He's trying to go through 3 players now, and it's not working. Brings the ball around the back. Ball is knocked loose. The Desert Hills player throws it, and it goes out of bounds. The Warriors will take possession. They have 12-minute periods. Doesn't sound like a lot, but when the ball goes out of bounds, time stops, and they pick up the ball. The referee blows his whistle, signals play on, and that's when the time resumes. It's really a fast-paced game.
And that's the end of the first quarter.
And that's the end. Okay, we have a timeout. We're going to go to commercials. Return back from our studio in a minute. Look for you then. We're dead.
The score's actually 3-4,
3-4.
and they're winning.
Desert Hills is winning.
Yes.
Again, let the fans at home know that today's game is being broadcast live, streaming online at sfcn.org. That's Spanish Fork Community Network, sfcn.org. I've got people down in St. George watching it, so.
Okay, folks, we're back from commercials. I want to thank you for joining us. We're ready for our face-off. We want to thank MVP Sports and the Car Guys for sponsoring our game. Car Guys do our instant replay, and MVP sponsors our most valuable player of the game. Okay, Desert Hills is bringing the ball in. It crosses up to the center. He tried to go between 2 players, had the ball knocked out. He picked it back up. Pass is a little soft. It got to him on a bounce. Okay, the ball drops back. It goes behind the goal area, or excuse me, back to the front of the goal area. He takes a shot, goes way up, goes back to Desert Hills.
Jacob Ward will sit for 1 minute with a slash penalty.
Okay, we're back in play. Ball comes from the back out to the front of the goal area. They're swinging it around. They do a switch. They're picked up, left the open man. He takes a shot, and the goalie saves the shot. He throws it out. Warriors pick up the ball and continue the forward momentum. They come around. It looks like the Warriors are trying to pull the Desert Hills team out of their zone defense, pulling it back, having player cut through the middle that you see going across there. The ball was crossed back in front of the goal area, goes off to the right wing. Coming from behind the goal now. It's got a run going across the front. Okay, and Warriors will keep possession.
Blue shot goes wide. Warriors will keep possession.
They said you guys needed help commentating?
Yeah. Yeah, you can just join him on this one. I'll just let him.
Desert Hills is pressuring a little bit the play.
He's gonna join. So just let him know.
Peter Ward.
Peter
Baker's
Ward.
shot goes
Peter Ward.
wide.
Peter.
Warriors will keep possession.
Peter,
Hi.
why don't you introduce yourself and tell the folks a little bit about you?
Well, my name's Peter Ward. I've been following lacrosse as a parent now for about 3 years as my kids have started playing and become addicted fairly quickly to the sport.
It's a fun sport.
It is a great sport.
You have one out there now?
Yeah, he's number 19, just running to the far side for the face-off right now.
He's taking up the right wing position.
Yeah.
Okay, our face-off is down. Play, wingers come in. Ball is shot free. Desert Hills is trying to pick it up. It's got 2 players on the ball for Desert Hills, and they keep possession. Feed it back to the goalie, and he's bringing it up. Oh, bad pass. Went over one and bounced and feed to the other one.
You know, it's sometimes hard for these players when they switch from playing on the grass to the turf.
Oh, yes,
The
big
game
difference.
gets so much faster and the ball just handles differently.
Yes, I've played on both turf and grass. Desert Hills is being pressured by, well, it was pressured by 2. He tried to go between 2 Warriors players, and we got a flag. Somebody tripped, I believe.
Yeah, sometimes these players think that when they can see an open spot and try to go, it can be tough, but the defense can close down on them awfully quickly. I'm not sure what that penalty was. I couldn't tell from here.
Hayden Samuels will sit for 30 seconds with a holding possession.
Oh,
It was
holding.
a holding. Okay, we have a pass over the back to the attacker in the rear.
And Duncan Hunter picks off.
They had
There
a
we
bad
go.
pass. The Warriors take possession. He's coming down the right side.
Looks like Warriors
passes
cleared it. There
up.
we go.
Get the ball behind. It's a kind of a slow transition. We only had 2 Warrior attackers coming in.
Turn up the brightness and stuff so they can see really nice. It looks perfect. Looks beautiful.
Looks like the Warriors are still trying to get the unit on they want with rotating the players back and forth.
I'm gonna leave it right where it is. It's like lined out like it's supposed to be there, and I'm gonna grab it first thing after we're done. And mark it.
Warriors are back up to full strength. Like I said before, that 30 seconds goes by really quick. Ball comes up the left side. Warriors have got their 6 defenders back
Oh.
now. And we've got another goal.
Looks like they just caught the Warriors completely off guard coming down, and
Yeah, they only had 2 defenders in front of the net. 5-3.
I know, talking with a few of the Warrior players before, they weren't expecting to be in this position.
Yeah. Well, amazingly enough, they're doing really well for having played a previous game.
Oh, the Desert Hills played. Is this
Same
their
team played the first game as playing this one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't here for the first game. I didn't see that.
Yeah, I was talking to one of the parents, well, two of the parents, and he said they just don't have enough players to have two teams. So they have one team play both varsity and JV,
And Tanner Shields.
which is probably the equivalent of a JV team playing against varsity.
Mm-hmm.
And that's undoubtedly why the last game was kind of lopsided.
Yes.
But for JV, they're doing really well.
There they go. Up. There they go. They get able to get one back.
Christians off the assist by Tanner Shields.
Okay, it's 5-4.
I think teams throughout the whole state are just growing so quickly that most high school teams are not able to fill the full varsity and a full JV team without too much problem. But smaller communities,
Yeah,
still struggle a little bit.
it's tough to get young guys interested in a sport they know nothing about.
True. Yeah. If you go back east, lacrosse is the sport.
It's very big back east. That's where most of the games come from that I watch. It's college games. Okay, he comes all the way through, tries to take a shot. Spanish Fork takes possession. Even though Spanish Fork was down 5-3, it's now 5-4, and that's an anybody can win it game.
Mm-hmm. Warriors have just been having a little bit of a difficult time with their passing today. I don't know if they're a little bit off because they didn't practice over spring break, but that's the third drop pass in a row, I think, right there.
Yeah, they've are a little bit off. I think you're correct that way.
See, it's right there. That's a turnover that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah. Getting a little careless on a pass. Sometimes that fellow that you're passing to is not expecting the pass because he's watching something else.
Yeah. That definitely does happen. Let's see if Desert Hill's able to capitalize on that mistake.
When I was coaching, I emphasized to the players, never take your eye off the ball.
Mm-hmm.
They're back into their slow offense. Looks like the Warriors are playing kind of a combination zone and man-to-man.
Yeah. But they're able to keep they can keep Desert Hills out on that peripheral. There he goes for his
Let him
cut
get by.
inside.
He picks up the ball. It's coming back into play. Desert Hills has possession still.
See this near side. I don't know if you saw that. It's been left wide open all day by the Warriors, and Desert Hills capitalized on that a couple times. There's a clear by the Warriors.
I was just going to comment that they switched to a full man-on, 1-to-1, and it left that side open. We have a friend. There he goes. Go on, shoo. Yeah, go ahead. Make him mad.
We just have a little wasp in the booth today.
They take a run at the goal. Something happened.
Oh, it was a ward. You don't see that. I've been seeing that call more and more this year by the referees. They must be emphasizing it.
I was just handed a note. We missed a goal. It's 5-5.
Because that's good for the Warriors.
It looks like our display is working good now,
Oh, great.
so we should be able to keep you up to date. They're going to show every time there's something happen worth note, they'll show a replay on that screen.
Oh, okay.
takes a shot. The goalie picks it up off the ground. It bounced right in front of the goal. You'll notice that the goalie is under pressure because he's out of his crease.
That's always dangerous when that happens. He comes out, but they're able to seem to be doing okay. But there's a little bit of a Hail Mary pass the full length of the field with should have not been much, but
Well, the
With the
Warriors
goalie
got a
dropping a
goal
little bit.
last week, or the last game here. The goalie stepped out of the goal, or out of the crease, I mean, and the Warrior came in, whacked the stick, knocked the ball right in the goal.
wow.
Okay, Desert Hills is under pressure, he's trying to get a pass off. He gets the pass off, it bounces up in the air. Player has possession, but he lost possession. That long stick is really playing a part in it. And the ball gets out. Warriors take possession.
That was good defense by the Warriors there. Just
Excellent defense.
Keeping the steady pressure, and it paid off for them.
Clean pass up to the right wing.
There's a shot.
Jacob Ward's shot is deflected. Out of bounds, the Desert Hills ball.
Okay, passed the ball. It was deflected, and the Warriors are fighting for it. It goes all the way back. Defenseman for the Desert Hills team picks it up. And
Well,
he's
looks
coming down the right side.
So was he hit out of bounds, or did he get that? Well, looks like they're letting them play. You know, again, you notice that the poor passing really put put Desert Hills back on the offense because the Warriors had complete control until they made the pass that was dropped.
Okay, we have a stick knockdown, loose ball. Desert Hills retains. Oops, he lost possession. Got a flag going up.
Hey, fans, we could just ask that the kids that are there playing in the end zone, we probably shouldn't have kids down there have somebody hit by an errant shot.
I'm not sure how long we have left. They've said there's zeros on the clock, so that means we're underneath 2 minutes.
Right. We have a Warrior in the box for 30 seconds. Setting up a zone defense. Bring the ball in, pass it to the center.
That shot saved by Jacob.
So
The
that was
goalie picked that one up off the ground as the ball came in low.
So that was a good example of a box and one,
He passed the ball
Or
right
5-on-1
to a
defense.
Desert Hills player.
and
Desert Hills goal.
they capitalized right on it, didn't they?
They sure did. And let's see what we got here. Car guys replay. Couldn't see who scored it.
Well, the goalie has it. This is,
Oh, that's the save.
yeah, it looks like they're doing the replay, and then it just
Okay,
hit the
here it
ground.
comes.
And
And we were very short time left in the first half.
that was just a long pass coming out from the goalie that wasn't handled real well. That caused the turnover and then the score.
I think the coach is going to work on passing in the next practice.
I would think so.
Okay, we've got a scrum going on for the ball. It goes back. Desert Hills picks it up. Okay, the stick knocked down and loses the ball. Warrior picks it up, and he's coming straight down, coming right straight in on it. Takes a shot. The goalie catches the ball. Okay, the ball is knocked loose. The Warriors pick it up. And it goes through, and the Warriors will keep possession.
So it looked like he had a fairly open shot. If he could have shot it maybe 2 steps sooner, And then everyone just collapsed in on him when he was getting that closer to the crease.
And that's the end of the quarter. That should be halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, look forward to seeing you after a halftime intermission. Thanks to MVP Sports and the Car Guys as our sponsors. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back with you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from our sponsors. We're ready to go in the,
We have just 16 seconds left in the half, 16 seconds.
I guess that was a timeout.
Yeah, I thought that was halftime, but they said there's 16 seconds left, that the announcer just said, in the second half. So let's see if the Warriors are able to capitalize on this very quickly. There was a shot, but
Better
it looks
get a
like
wiggle
went
on.
wide. Oh, that was a nice, there we go.
Goalie stopped it, threw it up. Desert Hills has it, and the buzzer goes. Now we have halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, my mistake. It was a timeout. Now we're going to break for halftime. Thanks to MVP Sports and the Car Guys. We'll be back after the halftime. Delay there, but the player had a cross-check penalty against him, and Desert Hills will be in the box for a minute.
And your Warriors will be man up.
Okay, let's see if the Warriors can capitalize on this penalty and bring it back even in the game.
Referee signal to play. Whistle blows. Okay, plays in motion. Passed up to the right, goes to the right wing. He moves in, takes a shot, hits the side of the net.
Taylor Booth shot's on the outside of the net.
Okay, goalie's up. Pressure.
They need to force that goalie because he's just using up their penalty time by dancing around out there. If they force him to do something, then they can bring the ball back into play and maybe have a shot at tying the game up right here.
He released the ball.
Failure to advance will be Warriors ball.
Unfortunately, he released it too far, and the ball will go back to the Spanish Fork Warriors.
Well, the penalty there was failure to advance because you only have so long to bring it up to the half mark, and then you have so long to bring it up to the next blue line on the offensive side. So that's kind of one way that they keep each other from stalling too much, is with that failure to advance penalty. But Desert Hills isn't too concerned because they're able to eat up a lot of the penalty time. Now the penalty's over. There he comes back on there at full strength.
Right in front of the net, and he missed the shot.
Right net.
I think it looked like he tried to hit it too low, and it bounced in front of the net and went right over the goal.
Yeah. Maybe if that was on grass, it wouldn't have bounced as hard, and maybe would have had a better shot of going in.
Do they play a lot of games on grass?
This is the only place I'm aware of that they play on turf.
Okay, ball comes out to the front of the goal area. Passing it around. Warriors have time. Desert Hills has gone into a zone defense again.
Jay Dennison's shot goes wide.
Well, that was a nice idea by the Warriors, having that cut into the middle. He was able to get open, then the pass came in. They just didn't connect on the loose ball.
Stick knockdown, loses the ball. Desert Hills.
We have a loose ball push, so the Desert Hills ball.
Desert Hills will bring it back in. Advancing the ball up by himself.
Yeah, someone needs to greet him a little bit earlier, not give him 3/4 of the field without even being touched.
Okay, that's good pressure on the defense. They got the player coming around. Oh, bad pass. Went right out of bounds.
Ball is out of bounds.
After that good defensive play, stopping the player made a cut in front of the goal, but didn't get his shot.
Desert Hills ball.
Okay, ball's in play. The Desert Hills is coming down. Switches sides. You don't see too many players taking left-hand shots. As they get up into college, they do practice that. In fact, I saw a game a while back. Player was just outside the crease, and he's running past the crease. He's got good pressure from a defenseman, and he took like what they call a behind-the-back pass, no-look pass. He took a shot on the goal like that.
Wow.
Just swung that stick right behind his head, didn't look to see where it was going. Unfortunately, he missed the goal. But it was a good try. Hey, Desert Hills coming in. And the goalie got back in time because Desert Hills didn't have a backup. And the Warriors take possession of the ball. He drops the ball, picks it up. He throws it up straight up in the air.
So there's that example again of just the passing and the keeping control of the simple. That should be able to connect 9 out of 10 times or more often than that.
Desert Hills had the ball, but the Warriors come up with it on a pass. Out of bounds. Desert Hills will take possession. Okay, we have 8 minutes to go, and it's still 6-5.
It's been a pretty slow half thus far. Not much shooting taking place.
Okay, we had a 2-on-1 there. Desert Hills takes it around behind the goal. Desert Hills doesn't have a lot of movement. The only one that's really moving is the guy with the ball.
And that's all I guess that needed to move, though,
Yeah,
for him to be able to shoot it in.
everybody's standing still, and he runs around in front and puts in the goal.
And unfortunately, that also froze a lot of the Warriors' defense. They just were
Waiting for the pass.
waiting for the pass and watching the Desert Hill guys move, letting it be a one-on-one situation. It's the face-off. Let's see if Warriors are able to win the face-off here and come back and get a couple goals right away to bring themselves back into it.
Ball comes loose on the ground. We got about 5 players going for the ball. Right now it's 3 Desert Hill and 1 Warrior.
Desert Hills comes up with the
Desert Hills is taking the ball around. They're working under a 2 Warriors trying to get pressure. We have a penalty coming. I think it's going to be a slash. I saw that stick fly up in the air and down.
Yeah, it looked like it was a slash over there on the Warriors. I can't see which number this far.
It'll be here on the screen. Well, we got a Warrior and a Desert Hill player coming off the field. One's going to be a sub. And one's
Oh,
gonna
actually, yeah, so it was actually the little skirmish away from the ball that they ended up calling with the body checks.
We have offsetting penalties.
Okay, this is a non-release penalty.
We'll be sitting with a
We have both
1-minute penalties.
both teams have a player in the box, so they'll both be playing a man short. And no matter who scores, everybody stays in the box. Usually with a two-man penalty like that, somebody commits a foul and someone retaliates. Okay, Warriors take possession, throw it up on a bad bounce, but it goes through. The Warriors going to be closest one to the ball. He takes possession, throws it behind the goal. With a 5-on-5 like this, it's going to open up a lot of space.
Yeah, we should see some, instead of playing with, there they go, making some cuts inside with the space because you'll have the room to move now.
I was explaining to my wife about that. In basketball, you have 5-on-5, and all 5 are in one place.
Mm-hmm.
In lacrosse, you've got the 6-on-6 with the goalie. And we've got a goal.
That was kind of a slow shot, but it went in.
So now it is 7-6. If you watch your car guy's replay, he takes the ball, goes around, bounces the ball right past the goalie and into the net.
You know, you made the analogy to lacrosse being like basketball. There's really the same idea of setting up plays and cutting and flashing in and out of the middle and trying to feed it to the right
I told her
players.
it's just like basketball. One player is going to stand still, make a screen, and the guy with the ball is going to run right past him. But I've noticed one thing, even at college level, when they're setting up the screens, the player that's supposed to be screened just runs right around them.
Mm-hmm.
And screens don't work all the time unless you're really close to that goal.
Yeah.
Okay, face off. Warriors take possession, coming down on the attack.
He wanted one right away.
He
Picked
takes
it
a
up and went
shot,
to
but the
shoot.
goalie catches the ball, throws it up. Desert Hills takes it across the center. He's not picked up.
See, that's that dangerous position where Warrior Hills has been scoring all their goals with the guy sitting right on the corner of the crease. They feed him the pass, and he comes around, and it's an easy shot in.
Desert Hills picks it up, brings it back to the center. Coming around. He slowly jogs around behind the goal, passes off to the left winger. I heard the sticks collide on that one. Warriors take possession, maybe. No, Desert Hills comes up with the ball and takes it back out.
Yeah, they're definitely letting Desert Hills set this up and decide what they want to do.
Attacker behind the goal ran into a wide open space. He was wide open, but he didn't get the feed. And Desert Hills scores it again.
You know, that was really a nice dodge by the Desert Hill player. He was able to dodge around 2 of the Warriors with just a little sidestep in there. If you look at this and take the shot.
Okay, he comes around, he goes, splits the defenders, and with the split defenders, he's wide open and takes a shot, bouncing it right into the net. There's not much the goalie could do about that one. I used the analogy in the last game we broadcast about basketball with a goalie and that stick with a huge net on it. Imagine playing a basketball game with somebody standing on top of the net, kicking the ball away.
Yeah.
Desert Hills comes up with a good stick check. Warriors lose the ball, get it back. Number 11 is running down.
That was a very nice idea, passing it to the guy right
Got
on
a
the
loose
corner.
ball in front of the net. Comes back. Warriors take the ball, bring it around to the back attacker. Pass over to the left wing. He brings it across.
See if we can start to get some movement by the Warriors, flashing into the center there for a pass.
The Warriors dropped the ball. They picked it up, still open. Takes a shot. Warriors will keep possession. Brings it back into play. One of these got to go in.
There he's coming around.
Took a shot and it bounces off. Looked like it bounced off the stick of the goalie.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me right there. That was a good save by the goalie.
Warriors bring the ball back on the field, bring it back out to the front. So it bounces over the goal. Warriors pick up a ball, bring it back into play.
I think Desert Hills is okay if the Warriors sit and shoot, 15, 20 yards out all day, because they're just having a hard time connecting those shots to goals.
We had a pass across the top of the goal crease. Okay. Loose ball. Looked like the goalie fell on the ball and has possession.
And then the Warriors also, the penalty there, the Warriors went into the crease, so they called it a crease violation. Not sure where that pass was intended to go. There they go. Desert Hill's going to clear it straight up the side.
He goes right past the defender, brings it up. Got a player for Desert Hills running through the middle. No pass to him, but they're keeping it out there on the left wing. Comes back over. Ball comes out to the top of the goal box. It's like they're going into their slow offense again. Okay, he's taking a run around.
So Desert Hill's doing a good job of just being patient and working the ball and keeping possession of it on the perimeter, with flashing a few guys back and forth. There was.
Okay, we got a loose ball, stick knockdown, and somebody's got a yellow flag.
Desert Hills will sit for 30 seconds with a hold penalty. Warriors will be.
Okay, I was hoping we had a replay on that, but Desert Hills will have a holding replay or holding penalty. I want to give kudos to our technical staff support here. That TV screen monitor works perfectly now. Okay, we have a hard shot, but it tried to go low, but it was a little bit to the left.
So we're sitting at short time right now with it under 2 minutes and a penalty. Let's see if Warriors can pull this into a 1-goal difference going into the fourth quarter. This is their opportunity right now.
It's out to the right wing, drops the ball, picks it up.
Right there they go.
It's shot over the top, but the Warriors are going to retain possession, bringing it back. We have a shot. The goalie got the ball. He's going to throw it up. And it's loose. Desert Hills has, nobody has it. Spanish Fork Warrior player runs through the pack and picks up the ball with the stick.
No,
he runs it off to the side. He's under a heavy pressure. He gets the ball up to the right wing who muscles past. Missed the pass. He was trying to get somebody to the right of the goal there. But Desert Hill. Oh, we got a goal there.
Dennison off the assist by Taylor.
That was a very nice pass up to the top, and nobody was on the Warrior player, and he was able to wind up and take a nice hard shot.
Okay. We'll have a Car Guys replay here. He took a hard shot. Man, that ball bounced in the net before the goalie could move. There's not a lot of time left on this face-off.
18 seconds left in the third quarter.
All right, so the game announcer just said 18 seconds.
That's enough time for 2 goals.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's see if the Warriors can bring this back in and tie it here quickly.
He
They
got the
may.
ball.
Face-off.
He's coming up. Wide open.
Oh,
Oh, he missed. He missed.
Warriors will keep the ball.
Warriors grab a ball, bring it back into play. Oh, the referee's not. There we go. Play's gone. He's in front. Goalie sent the ball up.
And that's the end of the
there's the
And
end
that's
of
the end of the period. Okay, folks, look forward to you coming back after our intermission. Take note of our fine sponsors. Thank you.
Looks like we're back, and
Sorry about that. We were sitting here chit-chatting, and I just noticed that we're back. Let me finish the story I was saying when we broke to the unexpected commercials. I was watching Villanova play somebody, and the other team had scored, and they were having a face-off, and the game was very close. And on the face-off, Villanova player took the ball, went down, and scored. I backed the tape up, or I packed the recording up. Referee blew his whistle. Villanova player picked the ball, and I counted 1,000, 2,000. He scored in 6 seconds or less. And you don't need a lot of time to score. You can score from just about anywhere, but the thing is, the goalie can see the ball coming unless he's screened.
mm-hmm.
But he got down there in 6 seconds, and he was not at the crease, but he was, I would say maybe 10 yards from the goal, something like that. And he got off a really good shot.
And I think that's one thing that makes lacrosse so attractive to today's kids, because it's a fast-moving game with it's fairly physical, but without the brutality of football.
Football, yeah. I never played football. I played a lot of sports, but not football. Okay, we have a shot here by Desert Hills. They'll retain possession. Coming back in, we are in the fourth quarter, and it's 8-7 Desert Hills over the Warriors. Desert Hills has the ball. They come in, ball is loose, and they're scrumming for the ball. Goalie smothered the ball in the crease. He'll release it. Goalie fell down.
Yeah, I don't know if the goalie fell down or he tripped over the other player, but I don't think any
I think he
malice was
stepped
meant.
back, tripped on his heel on the ground, and I didn't see if it was on camera, but the Desert Hills player helped him up. So even in a hard-fought game, although this isn't really hard, an opponent is always nice to do something nice like that. We have an injury.
Yeah, the shooter on that was wanting a slash penalty on the helmet. He says it was
Timeout on the field.
got hit. I don't know if the referees. Looks like the referees aren't going to give him anything. But injured players up and moving. That's always good.
Yeah, he might have just had a small twist on his ankle.
You know, where a lot of these lacrosse players get hurt is their shoulder pads don't come in tight enough around their neck, and so they'll take a slash right on the collarbone and it'll break the collarbone. That can be a really, it can take an
Desert
end their
Hill
season.
bounces it to his player. He's under soft pressure. Now he's got a 2-on-1. He passes across, but it's going to go out of bounds apparently.
Shot goes wide.
Apparently the referee saw it come off of somebody's stick or somewhere, and Desert Hills takes possession. That wasn't really a shot in my opinion.
No, I don't think so. I think.
But I'm not the referee.
Out of bounds, be Warriors ball.
And I think being a referee of lacrosse could be difficult because it is so fast moving.
Yeah.
And the ball can move up the field so quickly that the referees can't necessarily see everything.
Well, the nice thing is we have 3 referees for the game.
Mm-hmm.
And one each end, one in the middle. So most of the stuff going on is seen.
So it looks like there's a clear. Oh, and he did a nice clear, then gets called for a ward.
For the Desert Hill ball.
Desert Hill's bringing it in again.
Knocks the ball down. St. Merrill picks it up. So the turnover.
Okay, Warriors have numbers if they're willing to capitalize
He's coming
on it.
in. He's coming in. Takes a side throw.
Is saved.
It's blocked down. The goalie has the ball. He's looking for somebody to get open. Warriors are covering everybody.
You know that side shot that he took there, those are really difficult shots to take. It's you don't see kids like to try them, but there's not a whole lot of power in the shot.
Couple of little friendly pushes to go along with a whack on the arms stick, trying to put some pressure on. The ball comes around behind. They had 3 Devers Hills players running at the net, but all 3 of them were covered.
You know, you're talking about the whack on the arms. If you notice just the difference in the elbow pads, the attacks have a very big and pretty beefy elbow pads where the defenders aren't getting whacked on the arms very much. They're doing more of the whacking, and their elbow pads end up being quite minimal. It's interesting how they they adapt to be able to try to take every advantage they can.
Desert Hills slowed the ball down again. Goes out of bounds. Possession stays with Desert Hills.
Out of bounds,
Okay.
be Warriors ball.
We have a pass that went so far anywhere but where it was supposed to go. Warriors will take possession. Oh, they threw it away. He tried to hit the midfielder. The ball got loose. Desert Hills has the ball. It drops free, and they're fighting for it. Possession goes to Desert Hills.
Desert Hill ball.
So let's see if Warriors didn't bring on their defensive middies, so they were hoping to get possession back rather quickly. Let's see if they decide to bring them on now.
The Spanish Fork is given a lot of pressure, but Desert Hills gets away. He passes in front. The ball goes free. Referee signals possession to go to the Warriors.
Jake Richards will sit for 1 minute with a slash penalty.
Yeah, so that was a slash on the Warriors, and
Timeout Warriors.
they'll Warriors will be a man down when we come back from the timeout and see how their box and one defense does.
If the studio would like to take an intermission, we'll be available for about 1 minute. Nope. might mention that the same day I was watching that Villanova game, I can't remember who was playing. It was a little lopsided, and the game was 4-1, 4-2, something like that, and they took a timeout, or it was a break between the periods, and so I fast forwarded during the TV commercials, and I had on like a 3 fast forward as fast as you can go and hit it to back up. When I hit it, the one team had scored 3 goals in less than a minute.
Very quick.
About a minute and a half, they had 3 goals.
In the game last night, BYU had 5 seconds to score a goal, and the whole stadium was thinking they were going to be able to tie it back up, but unfortunately they failed against Colorado in scoring the tying goal in the last 5 seconds of the game.
Well, they'll get them next time.
They should. It was a very good game. I know a lot of these Warrior players would love to go play for a high quality program like BYU one day.
Okay, ball is in play. Desert Hills is coming around, trying to get to the goal. The goalie smothers the ball in the crease, takes possession, and as the Warriors are transitioning down the field,
There was
I think the Desert Hills player did something that he wasn't supposed to the goalie.
I don't know what that penalty was. I'm trying to.
Maybe he ran through the crease. I don't know.
I'm still not sure what the penalty was.
It was illegal procedure, whatever he did.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Procedure call.
And they have to put somebody in the box for it because they're not going to put the. Oh, it was on Desert Hills. So
Yeah.
Desert Hills in the.
Yeah,
So
that's
may-
why I thought the Desert Hills player did something to the goalie, but I don't know. We have a nice bird's eye view. We can see what's going on. We just can't see what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a loose ball coming right in front of the net. Desert Hills picks it up.
Timeout, Desert Hill.
Okay, Desert Hills is going to regroup, and coach has some adjustments that he wants to make. Think about them taking the time out to make some adjustments. That's going to give the Warriors time to make some adjustments.
I think the Desert Hills is realizing with just a little bit less than 7 minutes left in. Is that 7 or? Yep, 7 minutes left in the game that they're ahead by 1 goal. If they are able to keep playing this way, they'll get the win.
Yeah.
Which would be good for them compared to how they did in the previous game.
Yeah, well, they're going to probably try and get at least one more to put a cushion in there. But on the other side of the coin, the Warriors are going to try and get at least one to tie it up, put it overtime, if not 2.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time. The score could look completely different by the end of the game.
Well, that's one thing I always emphasize to my soccer players. They always want to score goals. And I told them, I said, hey, scoring goals is great, but in order to win the game, you have to stop the other team from scoring more than you do.
That is true.
I use the analogy of a hockey game. This is back when Wayne Gretzky was playing for the LA Kings. And the LA Kings scored 5 goals in a game, which is a little high for a hockey game.
Yeah.
The only problem was the opponent scored 8.
Okay, Desert Hills is back on going. Looks like they got going a little bit quicker than Warriors may have not been completely ready for them when they got going, but the ball's up top. And all right, Desert Hills is back at full strength now. The penalty time's expired.
Okay, they have the ball. They're moving it around the front. They're under pressure, but they're leaving 2 players on the back side here on the left wide open.
It'll be Warriors ball.
Okay, Warriors are coming up. He gets across the center line, and the defender was trying to stop him. He took a shot.
10 Shields.
Goalie stopped it in front, passed it out.
It's like just a loose ball push right there.
Yeah,
to stop the game. And
Desert Hills runs down to the goal area where they have those extra balls on the sidelines, and they bring the ball back into play. They're coming up. They lose the ball, pass it forward.
Desert Hills is able to keep possession.
Warrior that was closest to the ball was prevented from getting to the ball with the stick block, and the Desert Hills retains possession.
So he was thinking about making a cut into the middle and decided to pull up and was pushed further out.
Well, the Warriors have gone to a zone defense here. Ball goes loose. The goalie picks it up.
Pass down, and Matthew Grimshaw was able to pick it up.
And the goalie doesn't have anybody to pass it to. That's kind of
Everybody's coming off to sub. Okay, they get the ball up to the middle. They pass to the left wing. He comes around. He breaks around one player. Passes to the back attacker. Ball's out to the front for pass around again. I got two players in front of the goal. Pass over to the left wing.
there they go. They have one player open right in front there. Nope. Couldn't work it into him.
And we've got a penalty.
Shot goes wide.
That was a nice, you can see the
We got
replay
a
here.
car
of the
guy's
shot.
replay. Shot goes up. Goalie blocks it.
Penalty. Warriors will be
That was a nice setup by Warriors, though. They're able to get the player free right in front of the goalie and get the pass to him. It just didn't connect to go in this time.
I want to give thanks to that car guy's replay. Those things come in handy. You can get a nice close-up view. Okay, Warriors have the ball back at the top of the goal.
Oh, there
And
we
we
go.
got the goal.
War off the assist by Caleb Blue.
That's going to tie the game up. We got 8 goals apiece.
We are all tied up.
That is great.
Yeah, what?
We have a game on our hands again in the last few minutes. It should be exciting. I'm sure Desert Hills, that's a long ride home if they end up losing both of these games. I'm sure they don't want to do that, so they're going to fight hard.
Craig Nielsen picks up the face-off for the Warriors.
Okay, Warriors take the ball back around as they work the front of the goal box. Okay, they've got the set up with 3 attackers up at the top of the goal box, 1 behind and 2 on each side.
There they go. They'll be patient until something happens, and there they go. Oh,
Took a
Shot
good
wide.
shot, but it just went a little bit wide. Pick up the ball and bring it back into play. He takes a run through, takes a hard
Oh, yeah.
shot.
Another goal.
another
And
goal
we've
right
got
in
it.
from the top.
The Warriors now lead by 1. That gives them 9-8. Car guy's replay will show us what happened. Pass goes across to the left wing, and boy, that hard shot was past the goalie. Couldn't do a thing about it.
You know, I think what's going to happen now is this is really going to put a little bit of pressure on Desert Hills defense because Warriors were taking those outside shots in the third quarter, not connecting on them. And now in the fourth quarter, they're connecting on them, which is going to cause the defense to come out and have to play him that far out.
Well, also, Desert Hills is not going to be able to do that slow offense anymore.
Taylor picks up the face-off for the Warriors.
The Desert Hills loses the face-off. The Warriors come up with the ball He's got an open man coming through. Takes a shot, but misses. Okay, they lose possession. The ball going out of bounds. Desert Hills takes the ball, takes a long pass up front. They got a right winger that's free. He's coming in.
Someone needs to pick him up.
They finally put some pressure on, forced him sideways.
Okay, so it looks like he called a hold of some type on the Warriors, but it's not a penalty where anybody needs to come off.
Yeah. Problem with when they have a loose ball and they've got 5 players around that ball, you really can't see what's going on.
Loose ball push.
That's where the referees do a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause it's hard to see what's going on. You got all those players in that itty bitty ball.
Yes.
Desert Hills is trying to work it around to the right wing. Takes it around behind. Passes over to the left. Player takes a cut.
Oh, that was fortunate for Warriors. It went off the post.
Yeah, hit the bar, and Warriors take possession. They run up, pass the ball
Nice.
through.
That was a nice clear on them coming up, and now they're playing in a hurry to try to get one more.
Oh, the ball bounced up off of the goalie, straight up in the air, and it's loose in front.
Fans, remember that we are not running the scoreboard clock under 2 minutes to avoid any kind of confusion.
So now we're underneath 2 minutes in the game,
But we are under 2 minutes.
and see if
Hey,
I'm not quite sure what happened there. That looked like it just bounced out of the Warriors.
well, if the Warriors can get one on this one, they're probably going to hold on and win the game. The least they can do is keep possession,
Jake Richardson's shot goes wide.
and the back attacker picks up the ball, brings it back into play. He's coming around. He tries to take a jump shot. The ball is bouncing loose.
And then call the crease. The Warrior player was down that took the shot. He fell into the crease. He stood up and saw the ball there and picked it up again, but he was just in the crease.
Okay, you notice on the car guy's replay, he landed so far in the crease, even I could call that one.
I didn't see who called the timeout. Did you see that?
Nope. That's the problem with watching the game.
Both these teams would really want to win this right here, so I think either side could have called it.
Yeah. Well, we've only got a 1-goal game, but it's in favor of the Warriors this time. With less than 2 minutes, I'm sure the coach for the JV team is going to emphasize possession, whereas the Desert Hills team is going to emphasize attack.
Well, you know, the JV team is definitely capable of keeping possession for the rest of the game if they're just able to connect on those passes this time, and they've done it in the past. Looks like the Desert Hills is out of timeout a little bit quicker than the Warriors are. We'll see how they go.
And we have 1 minute, 8 seconds left in the game. 1 minute, 8 seconds.
Okay, I don't know if you folks at home could hear that, but our stadium announcer has told us there's 1 minute, 8 seconds. I doubt that we're going to have very many 6-second goals in the next minute, but possession and attack is going to tell the tale. Desert Hills brings it up on the right, carrying it across the middle, takes a shot, and they've tied the game.
Yeah, I'm sure that was discussed in the timeout. Give the ball to that one player and just let him bring it up and try to open up space in the center for him to shoot, and that's exactly what they did.
Well, if you tell your players that are in the goal area, when you take possession to split out and go out like you're going to take a pass, if you're playing man-to-man, they're going to come with you. And that opens that middle wide up, and that's exactly what happened. Okay, tie game in less than a minute.
Illegal procedure. So it's
Yeah.
the
Desert
Warriors
Hills
ball.
moved. You cannot move. We got a whistle
Timeout Warriors.
and their timeout.
So Warriors are going to take a second to think about it, see if Coach Dallin can design a play that will help them to get a quick goal, win the game.
Dad, do you know how to get on TV? How do I get on TV? My grandparents are watching this.
Grow up and learn how to be an announcer. That's how. Or learn how to play lacrosse and get into high school team.
I already know how to play lacrosse.
Oh, good. Well, good. As soon as you get into high school, you can be on TV. Do you have a brother playing out there?
Yeah,
Jacob? Is that his name? Well, good for him. He is a warrior, isn't he? Well, tell him to score one.
He's already had a thing.
Fans, just a reminder, after today's game, this
That
game
was
will be available
apparently the brother of Jacob, who is playing out there today. He wanted to know how to get on TV.
Well, that's also my my youngest son.
That's yours.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he is taking special interest into what's going on in here today, I guess.
If it's any consolation, your dad is announcing, but he's not on TV.
Darn it.
He says, darn it. Okay, the field is taking up position. Warriors have possession. They're under a lot of pressure in the back. Okay, we have a
Oh, they ended up
out of bounds, Desert Hills ball.
not completing that pass, and it hurt them.
I think his stick was stopped, and it was not a shot. So they lost possession. Ball's down the right wing, into the middle.
Cycles wide, Matthew Grimshaw backs up the goal.
Okay, we have a turnover possession. Warriors have the ball. Should be somewhere around 30 seconds left.
Warriors step out of bounds, so it'll be Desert Hills ball.
Oh,
That's unfortunate. That's difficult.
not supposed to do that. Okay, ball's back in play.
And that's the end of regulation.
Okay, now we're going to go to tie. They do 4 minutes for the tie, for overtime.
You know, I'm not sure what they do for overtime.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is in college. They do 4 minutes and sudden victory.
Okay, so first goal wins then, huh?
Yep.
I know in I see a lot more ties happen in tournament play where they actually play shorter games, and it's the team that scored first is the winner in tournament games.
The Desert Hills team are psyched up. They've tied the game. The JV Warriors are really full of energy, and I'm sure that they're going to do their best to get this game in hand. I've got a sneaking suspicion that maybe the first team in possession has a good chance to win this.
Yeah, this face-off is going to be critical. That is for sure. We'll see. We'll see how they do. I wouldn't be completely surprised if the person, whoever faces it off, tries to take it straight up the middle and shoots and be done in 20 seconds.
Well, it's the one I told you about. It was 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Depends on how fast you can run up the field. Okay, we got a good face-off. Ball is loose, and Desert Hills has the ball.
The long stick picked it up, and there it is.
Yep, Desert Hills wins the game. They took it down. They tried to stick block him or stick check him, and he missed. Because they did that, instead of pressuring him off, they were able to score. Car Guys replay has it right here. He goes between two players. He comes up, bounces it in front, and it goes right past the goalie and in.
Well, that was a great game today for Desert Hills and also for the JV Warriors team.
Okay, for those of you that missed the game today, you can pick it up on sfcn.org and watch replays of any sporting event that you like.
Okay, well, thank you very much for letting me come
It's
join
been a
you
pleasure,
today.
Pete.
Appreciate
Enjoyed your help.
Thank you.
It's too bad that we didn't do better. We did. It was a close game.
It was a close game, and I think they hopefully they'll go back and they'll have learned something to help them to be improve just that little bit for their next game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not a good idea to win every game,
No.
because when you get to that championship game, it's a heartbreaker if you don't.
Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of the it's about when you're playing JV is learning.
Yeah.
So when you get to the varsity level, you're ready and you have the best team possible.
I had a youth soccer team of boys, and we were undefeated for the season. We had 2 ties in the second half, and that gave us a tie with another team.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to have a playoff. And the only game we lost all season long was that playoff game.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker when that
Oh.
happens.
It's a toughie. Half the team broke down and cried.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, lacrosse is such a good game that when you play hard, usually you'll get a victory.
Yeah, it's been it's been a great game, and it's been a great day to have lacrosse. Nice and beautiful day, and hopefully the players will enjoy it.
Yeah. Be sure and tell all your friends to pick us up on sfcn.org. Our MVP player of the game, I think, is going to have to go to the goalie. He kept them in the game when they were behind, and they were down by 1. They came back and tied it. And unfortunately, he gave up the goal, but the goals he gave up, 90% of the time when a goal is scored, it's not the goalie's fault. And we really appreciate the work the goalies do. Both teams did a good job. Want to congratulate them. We'd like to turn you back to the studio now with a thanks to MVP Sports and to the Car Guys as our sponsors. We'll see you next time.